Building a faceless brand that actually sells is a challenge that requires strategic thinking, authenticity, and a deep understanding of your market. In a world where personal brands dominate and faces are often at the forefront of marketing campaigns, faceless brands, those that operate without a specific spokesperson or founder as their figurehead, must find creative ways to connect, build trust, and drive sales. Whether you're launching a tech startup, an e-commerce store, a media company, or a digital service, the principles remain largely the same. Let's dive into what it takes to build a faceless brand that not only survives, but thrives. The first step is understanding what a faceless brand is. Unlike personal brands, which leverage the personality, story, and credibility of an individual, faceless brands position themselves as entities independent of any one person. These brands can feel more anonymous, but that doesn't mean they should be generic or bland. In fact, faceless brands need to double down on clarity, consistency, and values. Think of companies like Nike, Apple, or Coca-Cola. While you may know the founders, their brands are not dependent on them as public figures. The logos, the messaging, and the overall experience become the face. Begin by defining your brand's core identity. What do you stand for? What problem are you solving? Who is your ideal customer? Without a founder's story to lean on, you must create a compelling narrative for your brand as an organization. This means developing a mission statement that's more than just empty words. It should be a rallying cry, a statement that resonates with your target audience and guides every piece of communication, product decision, and marketing effort. Next, focus on your values. Faceless brands must establish a strong set of values that guide their behavior, both internally and externally. Are you dedicated to sustainability, innovation, affordability, reliability? These values should be clear, actionable, and consistently reflected in everything you do. Customers are increasingly values-driven. They want to do business with brands that align with their worldviews. If your brand is faceless, your values become the face. Once you've defined your identity and values, it's time to craft a unique brand voice. This voice is how you communicate with your audience across all channels: your website, social media, emails, ads, and packaging. It should be distinct, memorable, and consistent. Is your brand playful and casual, professional and authoritative, warm and caring? Your voice is the personality that fills the gap left by the absence of a human figurehead. Consistency is critical. Faceless brands can struggle if they present a fractured or inconsistent image, and every touchpoint, every interaction with your brand must feel unified. That means using the same colors, logos, fonts, and messaging everywhere. Your audience should be able to recognize your brand instantly, whether they see your ad on Instagram, receive an email, or walk into a store. Visual identity plays a huge role. Since your brand doesn't have a face or a spokesperson, your logo, color palette, and design elements become the visual anchors. Invest in high-quality design. Your logo should be simple, memorable, and versatile. Your color palette should evoke the emotions you want your customers to feel. Your photography, illustrations, and videos should all reinforce your brand's personality and values. Building trust is perhaps the biggest challenge for faceless brands. When customers don't see a person behind the brand, they can feel disconnected or skeptical. To overcome this, you need to be transparent and authentic. Share your process. Show behind-the-scenes glimpses of your team, your manufacturing, or your customer service. Use storytelling to humanize your brand, even if you're not highlighting individuals. Celebrate milestones, share testimonials, and showcase customer stories. Leverage social proof. Faceless brands can use reviews, ratings, and user-generated content to build credibility. Encourage customers to share their experiences and provide honest feedback. Display these reviews prominently on your website and social channels. Social proof reassures new customers that your brand is legitimate and trusted by others. Customer service is another powerful trust builder. Make it easy for people to contact your team. Respond promptly to inquiries. Go above and beyond to resolve issues. Even if your brand is faceless, your customer service should feel personal and attentive. Consider using live chat, detailed FAQs, and proactive communication to make customers feel valued. Community building is essential for faceless brands. Create spaces where your customers can interact, share ideas, and feel part of something bigger. This could be an online forum, a Facebook group, a Discord server, or regular events and webinars. Encourage participation and reward loyalty. When customers feel part of a community, they're more likely to become advocates and repeat buyers. Content marketing is a major driver of brand growth. Faceless brands should produce valuable, relevant, and engaging content that solves problems, entertains, or inspires. This could be blog posts, videos, podcasts, infographics, or guides. Focus on educating your audience, establishing your brand as an authority, and providing resources that help your customers succeed. SEO, search engine optimization, is especially important for faceless brands. Without a celebrity spokesperson or viral personality, much of your traffic will come from people searching for solutions. Invest in keyword research, optimize your website, and create a content that ranks well. Make sure your site loads quickly, is mobile-friendly, and provides a seamless user experience. Paid advertising can accelerate growth, but it must be handled strategically. Faceless brands should create ads that highlight their unique benefits, values, and offers. Use storytelling to engage viewers and incorporate social proof wherever possible. A/B, test your ads to learn what resonates with your audience and optimize your campaigns for maximum ROI. Partnerships and collaborations are another way to build credibility. Team up with influencers, organizations, or other brands that share your values. You don't need to put a face on your brand to benefit from these relationships. Co-branded products, joint campaigns, and endorsed content can all drive awareness and sales. Product quality is non-negotiable. Faceless brands can't rely on a charismatic founder to smooth over flaws or mistakes. Your products or services must deliver on their promises. Invest in research, development, and quality control. Listen to customer feedback and continually improve your offerings. Pricing strategy matters too. Faceless brands should be clear and transparent about pricing. Avoid hidden fees or complicated terms. Offer guarantees, easy returns, and risk-free trials if possible. Make it easy for customers to trust your brand and make a purchase. Customer onboarding is often overlooked, but incredibly important. Once someone buys from you, Make their experience seamless and memorable. Provide clear instructions, helpful resources, and prompt follow-up. A great onboarding experience turns first-time buyers into loyal customers. Data-driven decision-making should guide your growth. Track metrics like website traffic, conversion rates, customer retention, and lifetime value. Use analytics to understand what's working and where you can improve. Faceless brands can leverage data to make smarter marketing, product, and customer service decisions. Brand storytelling is the thread that ties everything together. Even if your brand is faceless, it should have a story, a journey, a reason for existing, and a vision for the future. Share this story through your content, your social media, your emails, and your packaging. Make your customers feel like they're part of your brand's journey. Adapt to changing trends and technologies. Faceless brands must be agile and responsive. Monitor market shifts, listen to customer feedback, and be willing to pivot when necessary. Experiment with new platforms, tools, and marketing strategies to stay ahead of the competition. Legal protection is important. Trademark your brand name, logo, and key elements of your identity. Protect your intellectual property and make sure you comply with all relevant regulations in your industry. As your brand grows, invest in building a strong team culture. Even if the public doesn't see the faces behind your brand, your employees are your greatest asset. Treat them well, invest in their development, and make sure they embody your brand's values. Finally, measure your success not just in sales, but in impact. Are you making a difference in your customers' lives? Are you building a loyal community? Are you advancing your mission and living your values? Faceless brands that succeed are those that focus on creating real value, building trust, and making an impact. In summary, building a faceless brand that actually sells requires clear identity, strong values, consistent voice and visuals, relentless transparency, community engagement, top-quality products, and data-driven growth. While you may not have a charismatic founder or a celebrity spokesperson, you can create a brand that feels personal, trustworthy, and irresistible. Focus on what matters most to your customers. Double down on authenticity and deliver value at every touchpoint. Your brand doesn't need a face to make a lasting impression. It just needs heart, purpose, and a commitment to excellence.